Yeah. Play your own music. Ark.
Okay.
Ark, play some music.
Ark, wait, no, I don't music.
Alright.
That was amazing.
Chopsticks!
Just chopsticks.
Okay. Introductions. Let's start that,
Mine?
Okay.
Mine?
Alright, so...
Okay. Alright. Everybody calm down. Everyone calm down.
Chillax.
Yeah, seriously.
First time on the
Calm down, Musketeers.
Musketeers. Okay! Well, everyone who's watching, all 13 of you currently, hopefully more in the future, but,
half of us?
No. What?
Yeah.
What? I'm just
We're the 13.
Ark, shut up!
Okay.
Nobody at me.
Yes, no. Thank you, everyone who's here, for joining us. I'm hoping that everything's working.
We really appreciate it, guys.
Yes, thank you for joining us on this first edition of Random Named Show number 1.
Welcome.
Yes, welcome.
This is our pilot.
Yes, this is pilot. We're presenting it to the studio heads. See if they want to join us.
Deuces. It did so much.
SC1 show number 00.
Yes, double C. There you go. This is 1.0 B beta.
OBGYN.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So let's introduce everyone here. There's 9 of us here, so we've got a list to go through. Anyway, I am JoJo. You can call me JoJo.
JoJo.
Yes. Or anything. You can call me anything. I may be offended, but you can call me anything. Anyway, and my username on Gaming Forever is, of course, JoJoJoshua. So, let's move on.
Thanks, anything, for that great
Transition.
Segue. Woo! Anyways, hey guys, I'm Ark. AlexRK on GF. We're gonna be kind of talking about what games we're playing when we introduce ourselves. I know Joe didn't do that because he forgets.
No, because it comes after introductions.
No, it's happening during.
Yeah, Ark, if you want to do that,
everybody. That
right,
we're in
so
mode right now, so we're still getting the kinks worked out between both tech and people. So
yeah. Anyways, okay, we'll do it after introductions. Let's move on then.
I'm Maverick, basically same name on Gaming Forever. I do most of the game reviews and do some of the gaming news on ublog for the site.
Cool story.
Gary.
Wake up, Gary.
Okay.
Gary. Line!
I'm Gary the fuck guy.
Stage fright.
Look at teleprompter.
Stage fright. I like her. Do the cha-cha. Like a little girl.
I'm talking, guys. Come on.
Gary.
Alright, let's go.
I'm Gary the Fuzzy. I'm Tetsuya Satoshi on Skype. I write reviews for the site. It's really great that you guys are doing this. I'm really happy. Okay, next, please.
Woo!
Talk.
Okay, I'm Shadow Fox. I usually go by Cyan, and I am, I guess you would say, the live stream gamer. So check out the live stream, and every once in a while I'll probably be on it.
Alright.
Cool.
Titus.
I am Titus. I also go by Titus. I am also a live streamer, pro gamer, all that good stuff. So yeah, check me out. Next.
Alright, my name is Helix. My FA name is WolfQuinn009, but my Skype name is Helix Rushheart, or you just type in M1DY701. My gamer tag on GamerFur is Helix Rushheart. Just find me and, well, hit me up. I'm the DJ here, and I also do old classic games. So shove me off anytime you want. Just hit me up. Come on. Yeah. Next.
So guys, alright, I'm Quinn. I go by QuinnTheFox.
Hi, Quinn.
Hi, JoJo. Hey, you're a fox.
Yes.
I'm not a fox anymore. What's a poor choice of username? Anyway, QuinnTheFox on Gaming Forever. I do a lot of live stream. Oh, I actually don't do live stream. I do a lot of parties. I'd like to live stream the parties because they get pretty fun. But yeah, hit me up if you want to play Call of Duty or anything else. Love to do parties on Xbox Live. Put a question mark on the door.
Alright.
Alright.
Seth, you okay?
Some
You
problems.
okay, Seth?
I think
Seth,
Am I back on?
Yeah,
Hello?
Seth? Oh my god.
Seth?
Okay, hold it.
It looks like
hi.
one of our last introduction. Oh, what? Is it there? Jeff.
Hi.
Hello. Can
It
you
looks
hear
like
us?
he's having some technical difficulties. I guess we could get back to him if
Can
he
people
figures
hear-
it out.
Can you hear me?
I hear someone. Yeah.
we can. Okay, he cannot hear us.
Oh, no. Okay, good. God, bless it. Hi.
Wait,
Hi.
It's
that's
coming
awesome.
through Helix's thing.
Okay,
Yeah, it says it's
Helix's
coming
name
through
is
Helix.
lighting up.
It's not for me.
Yeah.
Just go on with it. Doesn't matter.
Okay, hi. I'm
So,
Seth. I have technical issues due to roommates and whatnot, but yeah, I go by SefHighwind on GF. I mostly do Let's Plays and live streams on classic video gaming, mostly from the 90s up to early millennium. And I like point-and-click adventure games like Myst. Yay, he's an old school gamer like
man,
me.
man.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Back in the day, me and Seth would just play our freaking Dreamcast, and that's when we
in my day,
So
we didn't even have game systems.
yeah.
no, it's weird because now for some reason it says that when Helix talks, it says Quentin is talking.
Alright, you know what? Just go with it. This is my voice, okay?
Oh, okay, it's fixed. It's
My
fixed.
voice.
It's fixed. Alright.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
next? What's next, friends?
No, what's next?
I do
Okay.
apologize.
Well, friends, what have we been playing?
Yes, that is.
A big game called Life.
Yes, a big game. Tart.
It's a bit-
Ark, why don't you tell us about Life first, because everybody's been playing that.
Well, Life, as many of you well know, is a very, very classic board game. Where you get a little car, you put your little man inside the car, and then you drive around the board, and then you can add a woman or another man, if that is your preference. Or you could be a woman and another woman. Anyway.
I'm riding a
And then you can put little
Or-
children in the back seat.
Or is it Dustin
It's a
Hoffman?
great game.
Dustin Hoffman. What the fuck?
I should extract him
Oh,
from my room.
It's a great game.
Okay.
Am I riding a pony or an elephant? For Dustin Hoffman.
Dustin.
Random break. Okay, I'll go first
Okay.
with what I've been playing. All I have been playing is Skyrim,
Woo!
and Your Shape Fitness 2012. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Skyrim
Right.
and getting in shape.
I'm with you there. I've been playing Skyrim basically non-stop for the past month now.
Ark and I have been playing Skyrim
I've been kind of subbing in with some Dead Island.
Nice.
Having some issues with that though, so I've just kind of kept to Skyrim because I can actually fix the issues I have in Skyrim. Can't really do anything with Dead Island issues.
No, there's a million of them.
It's not Bethesda, and Bethesda you can usually figure out what's going on. You just reload everything. But yeah, that's what I've been playing.
All right.
Also been playing League of Legends again. Got back into that.
Again.
So
I've been playing that recently.
Yeah, who all here plays League of Legends?
You know, I
I don't
play
play
it, but I haven't
so.
like had it installed because it broke. But I know I need to reinstall if I ever want to play. But I did for a short time.
I just really lost
I've been
interest.
playing
I don't
League of Legends.
care.
Don't care.
I lost interest.
I still enjoy Wukong.
Wukong.
don't
Nah.
talk about Wukong.
I love Wukong.
Wukong, man.
Gong, 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 gong.
Wu Gang. Is that what it's? Wu Gang.
Wukong.
Fugazi.
Who's
Never-
next?
No.
Who's next?
Mav.
What have you been
Mav.
doing?
Been mostly rimming skies. Other than that, playing Killing
No.
Floor.
Hmm.
Is that it?
Yeah, pretty much that's about it, since I haven't been able to get any new games as of late.
Yeah,
Why would you need? You don't need a new game. You have Skyrim.
Yeah. That's it.
I've been playing Persona 4 because I'm old school.
Alright.
Monsters for the Game Boy Color and stealing everybody's monsters in it. I was playing WoW, but then I got banned, and other than that, I've been playing Saints Row
Ooh,
the Third.
why did you get banned? Let's
You
talk
got
about that.
Tell us.
My guild leader was bitching about the Panda Ren coming up, and I called him some names that I feel that if I repeat, people nearby me might call the police.
But they're just names.
It's
Sticks
just a
and
panda.
stones, Gary.
Well, wait a minute. Unless they're really offensive names, and then this should be kept secret, shouldn't it?
Nope.
But it's not
Oh, we just
offensive.
fucked up.
Names aren't offensive. I don't understand.
They
How
signed,
can a
they
name-
signed a release with Battle.net that says anything about them can be freely distributed forever.
Whatever.
I'm very offended by your name, Gary.
Yeah, we just lost
Well,
But-
he's last anyways. Whatever.
Dead Rising 2 off the
there he
rest.
is.
Sorry. I don't.
Oh, he's back. No,
Pretty
don't
much all
say
I've been
anything.
playing.
He's back. Don't say
Well,
anything.
Cyan, what have you been playing?
What have I been playing? I think the only thing pretty much is Battlefield 3 and maybe a lot of different computer games.
I've been meaning
Killing
to
Floor
play
and
Battlefield
Dungeons
3.
Defenders.
Are you playing
Yeah.
Battlefield 3 on the PC or 360?
360 just for the fact that I don't want to mess with just Origins on the computer.
Yeah, that's like my biggest problem about getting Battlefield 3 on the PC. Is that I know it supports more players, but I'm just told that the service from Origin has just been horrendous.
Yeah, that's all. All I know is that even to switch maps, or even just the Switch servers, you have to close down the game and go to the browser or whatever.
There was one in the kitchen.
Oh no, Steph, your
There's a
roommate.
browser in the kitchen? What?
Is there
Ow,
one in
sorry,
the
guys.
kitchen?
Get your trank darts out. Use them.
Yep.
There's one in the kitchen.
Pokemon.
I say Battlefield
There's
and then
one.
instantly like 5 people in the chat going, Battlefield and Battle Log.
Right. Alright. Titus.
The games I have been playing this Namco X Capcom for the PS2, which is another Namco game which they never localized because they feel like they can't make money over here. And luckily, I got the English translation of it, so yeah, that's been pretty fun. First thing, when I eventually get it and not be lazy enough to go pick up my copy from GameStop, and Kingdom Hearts 2.
What? Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you have been playing that a lot. Yes, you've been streaming it.
Yes.
Speaking of which, segue into Quentin.
Okay.
You skipped Helix.
I don't know.
Wait, we skipped Helix.
Yeah.
Wait, did I?
Yeah, you
Oh, I'm
me,
sorry,
Helix.
Helix. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Did you do that on
Felix
purpose?
at another castle. Let's
I
skip
did
him.
not. I really didn't.
Everyone shut up! Quiet. Okay, what I've been playing lately is Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness for the GameCube. Yes, I've been working on my Pokemon. I'm a nerd. Shut up.
You nerd.
I've been also playing for the classic Xbox, the original Xbox, Jet Set Radio Future, a game that's
Nice.
a lot of gamers have been overlooking due to the PS2. You bastards. Good game because of shell-shaded graphics.
Jet Set Radio is awesome.
Playing my Dreamcast. I've been playing Sonic the Hedgehog. I've been playing The Binding of Isaac. The Binding of Isaac on my Steam, and I've been playing Team Fortress 2, Rhythm Zone, Audio Surf, and Beat Hazard. And I've been playing
See,
Crash Bandicoot. All 3 Crash Bandicoots, the original 3. I've been also playing. What else have I been playing? I've been freaking playing Spyro: A New Beginning for the GameCube, along with Enter the Matrix. So I'm a gamer.
Team
I like
Ninjas.
to the end. So I like the old classic factory gamers.
I like that you mentioned Jet Set Radio. That was actually the first game I ever played on the Xbox.
Oh, wow. I'm actually meeting a lot of Jet Set Radio viewers. This is great, because I got a group on GF called Jet Set Radio viewers. Hit me up. Join.
Yeah, Jet Set Radio is awesome.
I know. Thank you.
Yay!
Yay.
Ooh.
Next.
And
Next.
now we
Next.
get QuinnTheFox system. I'm just kidding.
So, yes, I've been going back on some Xbox, so I'm trying to go through all my games again that I kind of missed, like all the big games that I should have played. So right now I'm trying to get through Batman Arkham Asylum, got like 17% through that. Myself and Alpha Brown Wolf have been doing co-op on Resident Evil 5, but he kind of ruins it because he's got all the really powerful shit.
Hold on, I got this. He goes
Like,
through. Okay, you can walk
I
through.
want to just play through it. I don't want to be carried, but I'm not going to argue. Also, Modern Warfare 3, love that. Haven't played a lot of Battlefield 3. I'd like to, but my wireless network's been on the fritz, so whatever that gets fixed, I'll get back on there. But yeah, trying to get caught up, buying some used games, important GameStop. No, they don't really deserve it, but I don't have money for new games, so used games.
Hey, that's always fun to go back and play through games that you've got waiting.
I know, like I was actually like, I need to get like Arkham Asylum because everyone's like talking about Arkham City, and I was hanging out with my friend. He's like, yeah, and Batman Arkham Asylum, that's such a great game, and I'm like, I've never played that.
And then you're immediately not cool.
I know, like you immediately just feel not cool, but then you start playing it, and you're like, you feel cool for like, yeah, I'm playing it, but then you realize you're like 2 years behind. You're like,
Batman.
well,
You realize you're like 2 years behind.
Oh, who is it? Gary? Gary? Gary.
What?
Gary?
What?
Gary.
Background.
Something's
I didn't do anything. You're laughing.
No, it's a feedback. You got your speakers so loud that you can actually hear through it. No, it's the feedback. You got your speakers so loud that you can actually hear through it.
Feedback.
On weekend.
Gary, mute yourself until you figure it out.
What?
Sorry.
Do you have headphones on, Gary?
Do I have what on? Headphones? No.
Alright, I'm sorry
then fix
so
that.
I am
Put
back.
them on.
Go find some headphones. Mute yourself. Find some headphones.
Yeah, or turn your
Yeah, we can. There's an echo because we can hear ourselves
Anyway.
through your mic.
Let's go. Oh, Seth. Come back, Seth. We missed you.
Seth's having problems.
Sephiroth.
Seth, he always has so many problems. Poor Seth.
Poor Seth.
Wait. I think I just heard a game in the background. I don't know who's playing the game right now. What?
I feel like the game we're hearing.
Yeah, wait.
It is.
Gary.
No, that is us.
Is hearing Gary.
Gary, fix your mic.
It's not me.
No,
It is you.
It really is you.
It's me. What?
It is you.
That's why you can't hear it.
I'm surprised that right now I'm looking at the live chat and everyone's been freaking out over Dreamcast and Jet Set Radio. I'm not kidding. Ever since I brought up that one game, everyone's been like, "What? It's a good game, yeah."
Lies.
Lols. I am not lying. I'm
Big
not
fan.
lying. Everyone's been.
He said lols. L-O.
Oh. Yes, Neko. Yes, Neko. It's me. Shut up. I know you're in
Oh,
live
you guys
chat.
are blaming me. You can all go to hell.
What? It,
What?
Yeah,
all right.
Wolf.
Well, Seth
Jet
is not
awesome.
here. Let's get Seth back in here. Seth.
Yes, Neko, you hear me.
Gary, solve your mic problems.
Yes, Neko, you hear me.
Go test it in
Oh,
Skype.
hold on. I have to.
Wasn't me, guys.
What games have you been playing?
Neko, I'm sorry, but I'm the one that's part of this chat, and I'm sorry that you're unable to join this because you know what? This is just for Gamer First only. I'm sorry. Bye bye.
I'm so confused. Gary, figure it out.
Gary, you're Oh, he hung up.
No,
This
I
was a
hung
friend of
him
mine
up.
on live chat. Apparently, he's not understanding how I got on here.
How did you get on here?
All right,
Because
no,
Jesus-
it's Seth. Seth, can you hear me?
There, is it fixed now?
Yeah, we hear you.
No.
We hear you, man.
It seems
We
to
hear
be
you.
fixed.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Okay, good.
Good.
Okay, and now
so-
it's Seth here.
Yeah. Let's go.
No, I mean, is Seth here?
I swear I just heard it.
You just heard Sephi.
Seth?
Sephiroth?
Okay, well, we'll come back to Seth later.
Yeah, we'll come back. What's next?
News. First news
Hello?
introduced by...
Oh,
there he is.
There he is. Wait, what?
Oh, what is that?
God.
Okay, Seth, you were talking about what games you were playing this week.
Yeah, I've been recently playing Skyrim until tomorrow, which I'm going to get back to work on Mass Effect 2. And then I've also been playing Star Wars Shadows of the Empire.
Wow.
Very good.
Nice.
Cool, so we got a Star Wars fan. Yay!
Oh yeah, Star Wars presents the game of.
And mainly, I've also been playing some Lord of the Rings online. Lord of the Rings. Not my very cup of tea. I've watched the movies, but not my cup of tea.
I've never watched the movies. I watched the first one.
I use them to fall asleep, usually.
Well, I heard like the first one is like the boring one. So if you just watch the first one and don't.
Well,
watch
guess
the
what? You want a good action movie? Watch Lord of the Rings. Just cut out all the walking scenes.
I know.
That's half of the movie. That's half of the
What
series.
else?
All 3 movies.
Okay.
The first movie is them just like walking.
It's like, oh, look how pretty this place is. Look how pretty New Zealand is. Welcome to New Zealand. Then it's just like, okay. Cut to giant tree.
Okay, from Giant Tree. Was it who was introducing the the news story? Maverick, was that you?
Oh yes.
Right.
News. Latest
Of
story.
the hour.
Well, on online gaming news, we have stuff about a big bunch of anti-homo activists targeting Star Wars: The Old Republic. After a lot of us have seen this little nitpick coming ever since BioWare announced that gay relationships are possible in Star Wars: The Old Republic. Tony Perkins, the head of Mega SPLC certified anti-gay coalition known as the Family Research Council, claiming that there were hundreds of pages of anti-gay complaints on BioWare's site. It then gets to the point where Perkins goes on radio with preaching to parents about the game seen on the rightwingwatch.org site. Perkins quoting, "In the new Star Wars game, the biggest threat to the Empire may be homosexual activists. Hello, I'm Tony Perkins of the Family Research Council in Washington, D.C. In a galaxy not so far away, Star Wars gamers have already gone to the dark side. The new video game Star Wars: The Old Republic has added a special feature, gay relationships. BioWare, the company that develops the game, said it's launching a same-sex romance component to satisfy some complaints that surprised a lot of gamers, since BioWare had made it clear in 2009 that gay and lesbian do not exist in Star Wars universe. Since the announcement, homosexuals have been celebrating the news, but parents sure aren't. On the game's website, there are more than 300 pages of comments, a lot of them expressing anger that their kids will be exposed to the Star Wars way of thinking. You can join them by logging on and speaking up. It's time to show companies who the Force is really with. I, for one, have been on the have been on BioWare's site. Besides like a little bit of trollings about the whole homosexual thing, I've only seen like only a little handful of these complaints.
What I don't understand is that, like, why it's a teen-rated game, correct?
That's correct.
So
Right,
Correct.
right. Well, so a teen-rated game. By the time I get now, I'm understanding this to being like these parents are upset that they're young children, not like teens who have gone through, adolescence and know who they are, blah blah blah. But it's like, what's the difference between that and a Mass Effect game, or that and the countless of teens who are playing Skyrim right now? There's obvious homosexual relationships in that, and there's obvious sexual relationships in Mass Effect and in Dragon Age. So,
Well, you gotta
like,
remember,
they're
Dragon
known for
Age,
having.
with the older Star Wars has been a long-running fandom since the books and the movies came out. Like it's like back in the 90s.
Like the
I remember when it was like remember back in the 80s and 90s when it was like a big gigantic cult fan base.
Right.
Like,
Pretty sure there were gay people involved. I'm just saying.
pretty much.
I mean, it's Star Wars. It's kind of gay anyways.
I mean,
I don't think Jar Jar Binks
Oh, now no one's gonna listen to
the
this.
straightest character they've
No,
ever.
Jar Jar.
Seriously, just I don't see me.
I mean, Star Wars is
Okay, with that
nothing
character.
without Jar Jar Binks.
Jar Jar Binks is racially offensive, but people are going to complain about the homosexuality. It's kind of stupid.
Well,
yeah.
it's after the whole SOPA thing went went down. It's
Don't
pretty much
mention it.
like it's like certain governments parts still having like some rag hissy fit because governments failed. They're going to do whatever it takes. Well, no matter
They just
the
want to do
branch of it.
something. They just want to do something to piss everybody off.
Well, you
I
gotta
hope they
remember,
don't.
homosexuality, in a lot of people's eyes, is more of a crime than killing a guy, basically, in some people's eyes.
No, like homosexuality, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean,
It's like worse, like, a lot of people believe it's worse than...
I want to avoid us getting into like a
I don't want to
philosophy.
get into anything, but I just want to say
Like-
the difference between like killing someone and being homosexual is that when you have the homosexual argument, you're pulling the Bible and religion into it. I'm just gonna put that out there, and people will go berserk over religion. I'm just gonna put that out there, and we're just gonna leave it at that.
I mean, that's the only point.
Yeah.
Which I also find really hilarious that people are gonna use that in the Star Wars universe. Is like you understand that Star Wars is like one of the most
Back
one of the most
into the
fantastic things.
geekish topic about this, I laugh at the end of the line, of this whole thing, when he says it's time to show companies who the Force is really with. The Force isn't a side; it's more of a state of mind. That's
Right.
what they have been.
No.
That's what we've mentioned multiple times in the Star Wars fan base. It's not a side. It's more
a power.
just a no. The Force is more of a destiny.
Well, and you.
Well, I'm sorry
You
about
make that point.
the Force is not with Dennis. So apparently, I believe there never will be any Jedi. There never will be any real Jedi. If there was any really real Star Wars crap running around, flying in the air, people can move objects with their freaking bare hands, and the world would just die.
Well, I just want to say also the funny thing about that argument is that technically the Force is with everybody. It's just the Force to be with you is just a way of saying, be strong, use.
Well, Maverick.
Yeah.
Because
Maverick, you just made the point that that comment they made about the Force thing, which I also find funny, is that they talk about the dark side, that's being synonymous with homosexuality.
Well, it's like the Schwartz.
Heterosexuality is
there's an
technically
upside
the
and
dark
downside.
side too, right?
There's an upside and downside.
The whole
to Force.
point of that was
Force
that.
the same way. Like, you're going to have negative Force and you're going to have positive Force. And those energies are always going against each other.
Yeah, it's the same
Nothing
force.
wrong with
Doesn't
being
matter what side
homosexual.
you're on. No positive or negative. It's the same side.
I support homosexuals. I don't mind them at all. If there were any homosexuals running around my house right now, I wouldn't mind them. I welcome into my room. Hello.
Okay.
I just gotta say one thing about the
Hello.
homosexual thing. Apparently back when Street Fighter was still kind of new, Zangief was hinted to be homosexual in some scenes. It's not really, a fact if he is or not. Where were these parents bitching about it then? I mean, I know probably some of them now were kids when Street Fighter came out. I'm just saying.
Because they weren't as involved in video games as
It's
they
not
are
as a
now.
big thing as it is now. If you look at everything going on
Like
now,
the
with all the
ESRB
laws,
is now like one of the most important things.
Parents really just want to have
in
a
the game
scapegoat
industry.
for their, lack of parenting or their desire to keep their kid unexposed to the real world.
Right.
And I've worked at GameStop, and I've had these kind of experiences where, I know this doesn't really relate to the topic, but they would come in and complain to me about a game, and I'm sure if I still worked at GameStop, they would complain about a game having a gay character in it, and I think it's just kind of bizarre.
It's like
They
a
just
game.
had a gay
It's
character,
just-
didn't it?
It's just a clouded outlook, basically. It's all it really
Yeah.
is. That's all it really is.
It's the same thing about those Westboro Baptist people. They're really just looking for attention. Because when you get attention, you're going to start to draw in more people. So if you just...
I actually had a parent,
then, you can, if you can say something and relate it to something that everyone knows, because I'm sure everyone has heard about, Star Wars and video games.
I mean, everybody knows Star Wars. Star Wars is like a family table type of thing, because...
It's kind of like a pop culture thing, actually.
It's,
Well,
yeah,
also
it's,
about
really
it's like
think about
huge. Star Wars is
like,
kind
a lot
of a
of
big
the
thing because
Like,
a lot of the
I'm
stories.
sure if you go to
a lot of
anybody,
you-
anyone would be like, "Oh, you know Star Wars?"
Yeah, with a lot of youth today, Star Wars is now bigger than it was back then.
Because they have that
Like,
TV
Yeah,
show on Cartoon
it's
Network.
basically, I mean,
That's why that's why the guy's kind of trying to tackle Star Wars after he came out with an MMO game, because he knows that like teenagers would be playing this,
right.
and basically he knows there would be like a big bunch of concerned sucker moms out there that was willing to yank their kid away from the computer and tell them not to play that game
Damn,
again.
soccer.
Well, I
What
think
are the
those
soccer moms? Oh, sorry, Helix.
I
What
think
are the
those
soccer
soccer
moms?
Alright, guys,
Q.
let's
Hey.
move on.
Yeah, let's move on.
Let's move on.
What about cougars? What? Anywho.
I'm cooking for coconuts.
Okay, so wait, hold on. Next subject is there's a new Dragon Age movie on the way called Dragon Age: Dawn of the Seeker, which is
Right.
supposed to be like an animated series or animated movie, which will be interesting.
I know they're making a comic book with Alistair in it. I never heard about the movie.
Well, you know they made.
there is
Did
a-
you any of you watch the Felicia Day YouTube
Guild?
series?
The Guild?
Bit of it.
I've never.
I think
I've never Dragon Age movie. I never even heard of this Dragon Age movie. If this Dragon Age movie has ever appeared, I would have noticed it by now.
Okay, well, I'm about
it's to expand on the story of the chick who's asking all the questions in Dragon Age 2. But I just feel like, you know, they do this all the time. It's always, let's make a game about a really, really popular video game, or let's make a movie about a really popular video game, and then it ends up everybody
hell,
hates it.
actually kills the story.
Everybody
for the
hates it
game.
because nobody will like it. It's because everybody's gonna be like, everybody's gonna have their preconceptions of what that movie should be like.
Yeah.
And
And
not
they're
only
just
that,
gonna blow it
but
way out of proportion.
sorry. Not only that, but the video game and comic book fan base have been screwed over by film versions of their favorite product for so long now that it's just kind of nobody will really go see it because they already have that preconception in their mind that it'll be raped, even if they go in and you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. There was
Like Scott Pilgrim, people went in and they were expecting it to be really great, and I'm not gonna lie, it was a good film, but it didn't live up to the hype, and people are gonna hold that against Dragon Age, especially I think, especially after Dragon Age 2.
I mean, there's also
there
the
was
Mass
this-
Effect thing, and then there's
Bioshock.
what was the other movie?
Bioshock
Or
Dead Space.
series?
I wouldn't be
Halo.
surprised if they made a Bioshock movie, because since Bioshock Infinite is coming out in I can't wait for that one to come out, because that's supposed to be taking before Rapture.
Yeah,
Right,
because the thing
right.
about they've proven with Bioshock Infinite is that Bioshock's a bigger universe than Rapture, so they can actually go beyond Rapture and Columbia and have another area and tell a new story just in a movie.
Well, they could.
Bioshock
but,
Bioshock in general could have
doesn't
like
ruin the
infinite
game because
universes.
I mean, that's the same for Mass Effect.
Yeah, because
That's
yeah,
the same for anything, really. That's the same for Dragon Age as well.
Mass Effect
yeah.
needs no movie. Mass Effect is.
they
I
have any
trust
lots.
that Felicia Day, because she's the star in it, that she wouldn't sign on to something bad. I know that's kind of a stupid excuse, but I mean,
Well, no, Felicia Day is amazing.
she's legit. So I should say that.
Yeah, she's a
I was
great
gonna say,
actress.
like, yeah.
you know what I mean? I mean, she wouldn't sign on to something that's crap just for a paycheck.
Yeah.
She would
Right.
genuinely want to do it. It's not a job for her like for other video game movies or comic book movies, or it was just a job for them.
Right.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure Angelina Jolie's definitely signed for the Tomb Raider films because both the Tomb Raider films weren't half bad.
No, they weren't.
No.
But it's because of
My
that
opinion.
preconception that people have. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, Tomb Raider movie,
Anytime.
this is going to be like so action-packed, and she's going to be in like ruins, and she's going to be running around
She's
with
gonna
her
be
shirt
naked.
half off.
You hear
Oh
that.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, you have this really serious, good movie that people overlook because it's like, oh, what the fuck is this?
Some people overlook the Scott Pilgrim movie because it basically made the whole Evil X thing mixed into like this music tournament, and I'm like, how are they going to get all the books in there otherwise? I mean, they're going to twist the medium around, and I'm sure they're going to do that with Dragon Age a bit, because it has to fit the film. Film is grander than a game. I know a lot of people don't believe it, but they have to meet that grandness somehow with a plot twist or something.
Yeah, like
they're going to stretch the reality.
With that grand, like what you're saying, the film being grander than a game, you're also limited. Like you have this much time. A game you can make as long as you want to tell the story.
Well, the difference there
Well,
is
the
that
thing
with
about
a
game movies is that you also need to keep in mind the production company behind it, because depending on what production company's behind it, will then, granted, if the movie's gonna be between, maybe an hour and a half or, a full-fledged 2-hour movie.
Or like a Harry Potter.
In that case, they have.
I just want to add also, when you're dealing with a movie, you're only dealing with a 2-hour block. If you go beyond that, you risk losing the attention of your audience. If you've got an interactive game, you can literally make it 24, 36, 48 hours of gameplay. You're not going to lose their attention. Yeah. So, you deal with something that's massively, many times bigger.
They can save in that game, not in the movie.
The thing that
they can pause
that some video game fans need to realize when they're growing into a movie is that a movie, what they're trying to do, they're trying to get to a broader, and there I go again. Yeah, they're trying to get to like a broader range of audience than just, those core game people. So, the movie may not be tailored to the gamers per se, but it's still trying to be tailored to everyone who walks into that theater.
Right.
I just want to say this: if it was tailored just to like the audience of the game that they're, it's based on, for example, Dragon Age, it would probably be like DLC on PSN Network or Xbox Live for a movie. It'd be like a straight-to-video movie rather than a movie in the theater.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you just want to tell a little bit more story to the game and just target the gaming audience, almost a 2-hour DLC almost makes more sense. Like,
well, not only that, but they did the same thing for, was it Assassin's Creed?
Put out, DLC for Mass Effect 2 to tell the same story.
Yeah, they did with the Assassin's Creed. They also did it with Halo.
Oh, right. What the hell did they do?
Because the Halo animation moved, also straight to DVD.
Yeah.
Well, straight to
you know what I mean?
But same idea.
If they had that tiny of a viewer base where it'd be a cult classic kind of thing, they just have it go straight to.
Because the thing about Halo anime is that you're dealing with two kind of very limited audiences. You have the people who like Halo and the people who like anime, and you've got to find the people who like Halo and anime. You've got to find those people. That's not a lot of people. That's not a lot of people. That's not going to be good theater.
This isn't kind of on the topic of a Dragon Age movie, but this is kind of interesting. Funimation and BioWare are making an animated feature film, not a live-action film.
Yeah, that's the Dragon Age movie.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the one with Felicia Day that's live-action.
No, that's a mini.
No, that was old. That was
my God, I'm so out of the loop. I must be drunk.
You are very drunk. I actually spiked the call with alcohol.
These pixels, man. These pixels.
Okay, I'm not.
Okay, do you think we talked enough about the Dragon Age movie?
Yeah. I think we should probably move on to our
Phoenix Wright movie.
Our main.
If you really want to discuss the topic of movie games, we can always just have a full-fledged discussion in a later podcast. But
we should probably move on to our main feature, as it is now 8:45. 8:45.
Yes, we did start late.
It is. We took 45 minutes just for introductions and talking about news.
Nothing's wrong with that. Why do you think there's something wrong?
What is wrong with you, Gary? This is your fault.
I'm playing JoJo.
Hey,
actually,
no, Titus, you've got one strike.
Oh.
Hey, guys, I forgot the Phoenix Wright feature film.
But that strike is made of flowers.
And candy.
Yeah, there's a couple of people wanting to know about the Phoenix. There
are a couple of people wanting to know about the Phoenix Wright movie.
Objection. Objection.
Dang it.
Overruled.
Ah, God damn it.
I suspect it's overruled.
You're out of...
I hope the Phoenix Wright movie is better than the musical, because the musical was god-awful.
The
musical.
I don't even want to know.
Well, the Phoenix Wright movie will be good.
Seth is a robot.
The director is Takashi.
I'm sorry, Seth. You're breaking up. I'm breaking up with you, Seth.
Interesting thing about...
there's also...
And he's
what was it?
The guy who did 13 Assassins, which was a fantastic film.
I love that movie. I have it right here in my hand.
Right now.
I find it kind of interesting that they have...
he's got it right in his hand right now.
I do.
Phoenix Wright
I have 13 Assassins in my hand.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, yeah, I just got the trailer, so I'm gonna put it in the chat link for everyone to see.
Yeah, do that.
Alright, that's what
we should,
The trailer for Phoenix Wright.
we should have a thread for all of our podcasts, and we should have links, like a link dump for like everything that we talk about.
Hey
Okay.
guys,
So, like,
wanna know what's
That's a good
cool?
idea. That's a good idea.
I don't know if we
Guy
start the thread
portraying
now.
Phoenix Wright in the live-action movies, voicing him.
Yeah,
as
so we just gotta save all.
Right crossover, guys. What he is?
Should we move on to our main thing?
Yes, we should move on to our
We
main
need to
thing.
move on to our main thing. Not
Okay.
a big sale.
No.
Just because. Sorry.
Okay.
We're
Well,
so cookie.
our main feature today is going to be led by Gary, otherwise known as his long name.
Tatsuya Satoshi.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
Seth.
Seth's leaving.
Seth.
Oh, Seth, say goodbye to
Should I
us.
wait for him to
Make
come
sure,
back,
make
or-
sure you get that stuff sorted for next time.
Yes. And
Should I
tell
wait
your
for him
roommates
to-
to get off
Go ahead.
porn sites.
Get it sorted.
Yeah, guys, I'm terribly sorry, but my Nest is being stupid right now. So, hopefully I'll catch you guys next time.
Yes.
Alright,
So,
man.
thanks for joining
Alright.
us.
It was a blast.
Sayonara.
Peace.
Okay.
Alright, guys.
Should I start?
Yes.
So, KH.
Kingdom Hearts
Okay.
2 came out in 2002. It had a lot of interesting concepts in it, which is basically the mixture of Final Fantasy level graphics, aka since it was made by Square Enix, and Disney movies. And it was kind of an interesting concept because when you play Final Fantasy, it's kind of hardcore in certain aspects that aren't really touched upon in Disney films often. But it was made beautifully, and the concept of the enemies, the Heartless, which are basically made of a heart, but they don't act like they have a heart, was pretty interesting. I mean, in the first game, they had a lot of interesting Disney movies, which was, in order, Alice in Wonderland, Tarzan, Hercules, Agrabah, Monstro, Nightmare Before Christmas, and then Beast, whatever.
Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah. But you weren't at his castle, you were at Hollow Bastion or Radiant Garden, whatever. And then as time went on, the enemies increased. You got the nobodies, which are basically what's left over from the heart, which is kind of creepy when you think about it. It's like the corpse just got up and moved.
Ooh.
Add in creepy music. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
And as time went on, the games got really successful. They're considered masterpieces. And as time went on, more and more enemies were added, and more Square Enix characters from different games were added. I mean, in Kingdom Hearts 3DS, they're adding Neku Sakuraba from The World Ends With You.
You know?
It'd be interesting. And like a lot of games made by Square Enix, especially Final Fantasy, with each Kingdom Hearts game, the gameplay has changed either in a minor way or in a huge way. For example, how in 358 Days Over 2, I don't know if a lot of you guys have played it, but the way you customize Roxas and everything is completely different from how you customize Sora in prior games. And then with Birth by Sleep, they came with the command deck, which is completely new for Kingdom Hearts games, but I think it works. What do you guys think about the gameplay changes over time?
Oh, like I was saying before we started this, you know, when I went into Kingdom Hearts 2 head on, you know, before even looking at Kingdom Hearts, the first one, you know, I had both of them. And then I went back and I realized how different, how just a minor change like, you know, opening the menu with a button, how massively different the gameplay is.
Yeah. I think it's also interesting how creative they are, because with each different like little group of enemy, you got so far the Heartless, the Nobodies, and the Unverse. They all have their little logos and all the game, or the designs of their types of, the types of enemies are all different and unique, and I find that a really strong point. Even though in Kingdom Hearts 2 it was kind of like zippers everywhere. I mean, Donald Duck's hat had a zipper on it, but that's neither there. But and all the gameplay and everything, it's improved. It's a beautiful game series, and just to kind of go off in an order, the order of the games goes Birth by Sleep, Kingdom Hearts 1, Chain of Memories, 358 Days Over 2, Kingdom Hearts 2, and Kingdom Hearts Recoded. And I'm just going to ask you guys right now, what's your favorite game out of all of them?
2, hands down.
Which one had Lion King? I liked Lion King.
2.
Okay,
Yo,
2.
you're not allowed to talk.
Technically,
Yes, I
one
am.
had Lion King, But just
Oh,
you could summon
only-
Simba,
Yeah, one did have Simba as a summon.
but that was just the first one. You couldn't, go to the Pride Lands.
Pride Rock, yeah.
Sorry.
Actually, that's one of the reasons I really liked Kingdom Hearts 2, was that whenever you went to your respective location, Disney location, because I believe it was, what were the couple of ones that were really, there was the Tron.
Oh yeah, Tron's in
Tron one was
too. Tron Legacy.
amazing.
Sorry.
Yeah. And then, what was I guess it was the past,
Steamboat Willie.
Steamboat Willie, yeah. That was pretty,
They took the time to do that.
I know.
I especially liked Halloween Town, and in Final Mix you can make Sora look like a gothic Santa.
Right.
Took the time to do that, and of course, a lot of people are like, oh, excuse me, The Little Mermaid's world is just a musical now. Well, what do you expect it to be? I thought it was going to be that in the first game. I was surprised.
I actually like that. That's one of my favorite parts of the game.
The musical? I love the musical.
Yeah.
And we're going to be like, oh my god, you're gay. I'm like, oh.
Like, okay, I am.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm back now.
Because when you were playing as Lion Sora, you couldn't move around as a human, and I thought that they didn't get lazy when they took the time to make these games like they do.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest, I feel for a lot of Final Fantasy games nowadays, they just kind of seem lazy.
Yeah.
Compared to Kingdom Hearts, that is. I mean,
Well, Kingdom Hearts is just, I don't want to seem biased because I love the game so much, but it's, in one of my honest opinions, a perfect game.
Yeah.
Like, I've played through that game multiple times, and never once have I found anything wrong with it. Like, it does get a little bit repetitive, only because I played through it so many times, but, you don't really have a strict way to go through the levels.
Yeah.
And there's...
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I like how in every game the story is solid, and I find that really amazing because you're kind of thinking, oh my god, all these sequels and prequels and stuff, how are they doing this? But they make it work, and that's the really amazing thing.
Well, what I love about the Kingdom Hearts series is I love the detail of how to introduce all the Final Fantasy cast characters into the worlds, like in some of the worlds.
Oh yeah. Like, I don't think there are a few things as awesome as
Cloud.
Seeing Cloud, yeah.
Mainly, I think they're just new characters, because the best thing I can figure out right now for Kingdom Hearts, the 3DS version, is just, how can I put it this way? They added the Hunchback of Notre Dame. As if I've always wanted to see that, but the really one thing I really wanted to see is Treasure Planet. Why couldn't they add Treasure Planet into the thing?
I'm just gonna
like I said, like they mentioned in HID before, they did mention they're going to have a third game, but right now they're getting all the side story out, like getting you to know more of the characters. Like when after 2, we were all left out to wonder what was all about the organization, how did that whole mess start, what happened to Sora when he was put to a deep sleep between 1 and 2 in Chain of Memories. And then when he had 358 by 2 days later for the DS, that all
was about Roxas
explained it.
Xeon.
And then what happened before, like the whole Kingdom Hearts mess started with Birth by Sleep, which is my personal favorite of all the Kingdom Hearts games, because it had it had the most customization, it had like the biggest leniency, and you had like three different characters to play with.
And they all had their own strengths and weaknesses, which is what I want to happen in 3DS, because that's really the first time, besides Chain of Memories, I think, where you can play as two different, like, chosen Keyblade wielders, not as Roxas and Xeon. I just want to kind of, like, say right away, I think Birth by Sleep was held off for so long just to show you what it means to be a Keyblade wielder with the Mark of Mastery, which wasn't really explored in the first and second game. They were just kind of like, oh, they're Keyblade wielders, and now 3DS is kind of like, oh, well, now they really have to be master Keyblade wielders because, you know, Xehanort's coming back. And that's what I think they're trying to get out of the way with 3DS, so then when they come up with Kingdom Hearts 3, you're like, okay, they're master Keyblade wielders now, you know, they're ready to really get stuff done.
Yeah. But, like, I love how they actually use the same formula with every single Kingdom Hearts game. No matter what game you play, you'll always have a character you liked. If you didn't like the main characters, you'll have a Final Fantasy character you liked. If you didn't like Final Fantasy much, you'll always have your favorite Disney character to like.
Yeah.
I just want to say
like,
to all those people...
A couple cast of villains, too.
Yeah, like Ursula in the first game. I kind of wanted her sister to be in the second game, but then I noticed how big of a time gap that had to be. Because I'm sure most of you guys haven't seen the second Little Mermaid movie, but like,
it was when I was a kid, yeah.
Like 10 years or so from now or something, that movie where the kid's a teenager, so obviously Sora would have to be like in his 30s too or something. And that'd just be creepy.
Mustachio.
Oh, and also I don't remember who it was, but they said they had trouble with Sephiroth in Kingdom Hearts 2. The best thing to do is go to the Pride Lands and go to where you fought Scar. There's a bunch of little Heartless, and you can just kill every single one of them. You get a bunch of EXP easily, and then you can just level up to like at least level 70, and then bam, bam, bam. He should be easy. As long as you know the right commands.
No, that's not right. That's not right, because I'm right now level 69 in Kingdom Hearts 2, and I'm trying to beat the shit out of Sephiroth.
It's a lot of command reaction battle, dude. You have to be good at that. So practice
spam triangle, dude. Just spam triangle.
A good way to practice is to fight those nobodies, you know, that you can do the reversal on, because that's pretty much what fighting Sephiroth is. It's kind of like reversal, reversal, reversal.
I remember I fought him at like level 65, I believe, but I had basically I'd played through the entire game and went back to beat him with and like had finished the collection basically by that point. And I remember I just kind of went at it like anything else, and I don't know, maybe I was just lucky, but I never really had a problem with him.
I just gotta say though, if you want to find out a way to beat Sephiroth in Kingdom Hearts 1, all I gotta say is grind that shit. Just grind Sora as much as you can, because you just have to grind him and also have a good set of commands. You know, don't use a lot of techniques that you're, you know, going over and over, like Ars Arcanum, I think it's called. Because then he'll just be like, oh, I got hit once, slash, and then you're down. And, you know, Goofy and Donald can't really do anything, which kind of brings me to my next point. It seems like as time has gone on with the Kingdom Hearts games, I mean, I know Kingdom Hearts 358 Days Over 2 had really nothing to do with the Disney characters, more with the organization.
Yeah, I've done that too. But I think
with Birth by Sleep, my only real complaint, and this is kind of a minor thing, is I liked having Disney characters in my party. And I know in Birth by Sleep they're D-Links, but it kind of feels like I'm left out in that aspect, especially since you can have King Mickey as a D-Link. How awesome would it be to have King Mickey as a party member? But I can understand, you know, this is kind of, it has the same effect as a numbered title, which means it's a canon, like it's an important game. You need to at least know about it as a Kingdom Hearts fan. But I just mean, well, then again, Ventus, Terra, and Aqua's stories are kind of short, so party members, they're only there. I mean, Ventus and Mount Olympus is like, oh, I'm just going to help Hercules for 5 minutes and then bye.
Mainly on Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, you get the final ending, which is through Aqua's story. She is in now. She wanders through the land of darkness.
Yeah,
as we last saw her. And now in the 3DS version, you have to go on a quest to find these three.
No, actually, in Final Mix version of Birth by Sleep, you can play as Aqua in the World of Darkness, and it's like a secret boss whatever you have to fight, and they show a cutscene of what happened to her after that, and then a secret ending.
Well, yeah, in the American release of Birth by Sleep, they kind of have that. You just have to get all the Xehanort reports, or Xenos reports, I'm sorry, and then you have to play as Aqua and beat the game, and then you advance to the next chapter.
And then don't have to beat the dual wielder lightsaber dude.
Yeah,
Mhm.
which is No Name, they call him. And I find it really good as a service to the fans, the American and European fans, and the foreign fans, is that in Japan they don't have as much content as we American, European, whatever fans get, outside of Japan, until they get the final mix of the game. And I think that's a great idea, except for when you get the final mix, you get all the palette changes and a little bit more extra content, a little bit more keyblades, and a little bit more variation. Like, for example, you go to Halloween Town as Sora in Kingdom Hearts 2. Normally, he's still all gothic. You go in there in Final Mix, he looks kind of like a Santa.
Yep.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Well,
Well, then you gotta remember in Final Mix and 2, you actually had like all those boss modes where you had to actually fight you actually got to fight all the rest of the organization members besides the normal ones you had to fight.
Yeah.
And the Final Mix, you had to fight Marluxia. You had to fight Larxene.
So you had Final
And
13 in the Final Mix.
yeah, and I'm trying to think of like I could not technically pronounce the number 7, the organization members number 7 and number 5, because those their names are no, number 5, no, Vixen's number 4. I think his name is Lucius, if I had to remember correctly. He's this big axe-wielding motherfucker.
Oh, speaking of that, I love how in Birth by Sleep they show you some of the normal, like, human forms of people who would become Organization 13 members down the line. For example, Axel and Sykes as humans, and they were apparently friends. Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry. Mr. Rage over there, who's trying to be all cool like a badass, but in reality he's just filled with rage. But, it was just a nice little service, not only to the fans, but it was an important plot point. It just kind of makes you go, okay, a lot of the Organization 13 members are from Radiant Garden, like pretty much everybody from Final Fantasy is apparently from Radiant Garden. I found that pretty funny.
Everybody human faces from Radiant Garden.
Cloud and Leon are from Radiant Garden.
Radiant Garden is actually Edgar.
It's a beautiful freaking place to be.
I just got one thing to say. This is kind of like a minor thing. In Kingdom Hearts 3DS, they have, the Disney Musketeer thing where it's Mickey, Donald, and Goofy. Mickey, they have that Musketeer world, and I'm just kind of wondering, they kind of hint at it, but apparently Mickey knows about other worlds in that world, and I find that kind of creepy. It's like Musketeer Mickey knows in an alternate universe. He's another... he's a Keyblade wielder. And they say in 3DS they're not going to have any of the worlds that were prevalent in other games, so you kind of got to wonder what kind of tournament aspect they'd have, or if they would even have one, because Olympus was pretty much just a tournament. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can only move Hercules so much.
Yeah.
Like,
Sure, Musketeers
the
is the name.
Primo Arena was mainly, in Birth by Sleep was mainly the Mirage Arena.
Yeah.
That was the Primo Arena.
Traverse Town's coming back in 3D, and I love Traverse Town in the first game. I don't know about you guys.
I'm not gonna lie, the only one that agree with you. Traverse Town was actually very, very relaxing being around.
Yeah, the music is, that's the strength, I think, about Square Enix overall, is the soundtrack is really... Sorry, what?
Wait, we're having an audio problem right now.
Oh.
Yeah, I was reading that.
It's
I'm like,
getting really choppy on the stream.
yeah, well, let's wrap up the discussion, because we're nearing an hour, and that's the time we wanted to call it up.
Precious Paradise is in Kingdom Hearts 3D. It's going to be so awesome. I can't wait to turn story. Release date. Kingdom Hearts 3D. They don't really have a specific day. It's just, spring. Oh, Japan, it's March 29th.
I think it's not going to probably expect to hear it in the fall, late fall.
Yeah, we're just late fall season.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Character image has him as a donkey. But anyways, they kind of closed it. Kingdom Hearts has always had a solid soundtrack. The strengths Square Enix has always had, and I hope that continues with the games and the gameplay and the characters. You know, I just hope the games continue to please, and not just a kind of Final Fantasy have. Sorry, but that's the fans everywhere.
All right. Yes, that has been our show. We know it's getting choppy now. Can't do anything about it. So, right after this, we're going to go straight into something else. Let me refresh the stream since that's the end of the show. Let me let everyone say bye, and then I will end the recording, and then we'll go live again. Bye.